Hey everyone, this is going to be What If Deku Was Raiden Part 2. Now, things I have to clear up. When I was talking about the blood, it's actually silver. I just found out that today, so it's not blood, it's silver blood. Why is it silver? Well, metal tech go into red blood, kind of make it a blood looking, it looks like blood, but it's actually metal looking, kind of like liquid metal. Think of it like that. So yeah. Also, when the Reinhardt and this series is complete, I'm going to be focusing on just one series because I think I should be doing that. Just focus on one series, get that done, and then go to the next. I'm not going to do two series at once, I'm just going to do one. And you'll probably either get 1 or 2 episodes of that per day until it finishes. Then next series and then whatever. I think you all get that by now. So yeah, now let's get into What If Deku Was Raiden. Okay, we start when Deku is waking up, and not his regular home, at the U8 dorms, with Aizawa coming in just saying get up. Him just stating, so is it already time? Him just saying yes, and Deku just saying alright, and proceeding to wake his supposed daughter up, or he treats like a daughter. Him waking her up in another room. And going off to, making breakfast for him, or for her. Also, why is Aizawa there? Well, he needs to be under supervision almost 24/7, at least when he's sleeping. Nezu knows he's not going to be, doing anything asleep. Why? Well, he agreed to everything and agreed to being watched basically daily. So, yeah. And why are there dorms? Well, I want the dorms so this makes a little more sense. And Deku is in the teachers, dormitory. Why is there teachers? Well, some teachers is easier for them, or something like that. Yes, some of them, other teachers like Midnight, Aizawa, President Mike, do have their own homes like other heroes. Though for some people, the dormitory is a little better and actually helps them with work. Why? What does that mean? Well, having all that stuff there is easier to get to, so you don't have to go all the way back. It's kind of like if you forget something at work, you don't need to drive there, you can just walk there. Kind of like that. And Deku does put on after making breakfast, eating with his daughter. I think I named her Leah. Or not Leah. What was It started with an L. Leanne. I think I named her Leanne. Whatever, retconning if that is not really Leanne. Leanne does more or less still a teenager girl, and yeah. She does get ready, and Deku does people outside just drive her to school. Who is those people? It is Midnight. Why? Well, Midnight likes kids, so she was like, can someone volunteer to be the girl's driver when she leaves and comes back from school? 2 seconds later, Midnight raises her hand. People look at her, just say, I like kids. Them all saying, oh, okay, they're adorable. Yeah. So, yeah. So, for his daughter, it's more like it's Auntie Midnight. So, yeah. Auntie Midnight. Also, I'm doing this for 2 reasons. Why? Because this would actually make slightly sense. And also, I want to actually, seeing Midnight, spoilers. Seeing Midnight died in the new manga that did come out for MHA. I'm more or less honoring her because why? Well, she is actually a very good character. Not sexual-wise, but her actual, how she talked and stuff like that. Yeah, she was, how would you say this in a non-disrespectful way? I don't want to say, but if you've seen how she talks sometimes, kind of like that. So, yeah. Deku saying, is this the first day? Aizawa just saying yes, and yeah. Him just putting handcuffs on him, and Deku going out. And what does he look like? He's wearing the white shirt with a white tie with a jacket on his back. And Deku's cuffs are very unique. why. It more or less allows him to use his hands freely, but if a situation does happen, it kind of like a magnet. It puts them together. Like, if you ever seen that Captain America scene where he's in that elevator and he kind of like gets magnetized to that cuff, it's like that. Though they're not magnetized to anything else, it's just the gauntlets. And it's not, and the same thing for his legs, though it's very smaller, so it's like harder to see. And it's under the clothes, so it's like you can't tell. Him walking in, asking what Aizawa was doing today. Aizawa just explained today that they're going to do a physical exam, and Deku just asked, aren't you guys going to be late for the opening of UA? Also, UA is a college, if I didn't specify that in the last episode. Or just a reminder. Aizawa just saying, we don't need stuff like that, and Deku was just asking, I figured you aren't the kind of guy that just does the routine things. As I was just saying, you know me well already. For the past 2 weeks you have been here. Deku just saying, I had to learn fast, and well, you pick up on some skills, and yeah. As I was just stating, in a sad tone voice, just saying, yeah, I feel bad for you how you went through all that stuff. Deku saying, it's fine, though, I did get my revenge. Whether it be sweet or sour. As I was asking, or trying to push the question more, and just asking if it was sweet. Him saying, honestly, it was sweet for a second, then I just got sour. And yeah, then my main goal was just to take care of my daughter. Which, thank you for putting her in school. Aizawa just saying it's fine. She actually is. She's quirkless. I think I'm gonna say that. She's quirkless. Saying it's fine and she needs a good education. Seeing she is quirkless. Deku sighing, just saying yeah. I was asking why you sighing at that. Deku just saying, even if she's not my real daughter, I treat her as such, and I don't want her to get bullied or, well, getting picked on in school. Stating I don't want her to go through some of the things that I did. I always got ridiculed back in my, area. Where I was being, experimented on. As I was realizing, and just saying sorry if I brought up bad memories. Deku saying it's fine and it's all in the past. Yes, I may still have some mind scars, whether it be physical or mentally, it doesn't matter. And they do arrive at the 1A room. And it is earlier, so no one's really there. As I was just saying, if he does anything, Deku's just stopping and just saying, I know, I won't do anything, I might just sleep. As I was just saying, alright, and him going to sleep also. And you do hear someone's hopping in. Deku waking up. Why? Well, he has a sensing system. Why does he have a sensing system? Well, he can, and kind of like, it's not like a big sensing system. It's more like in the room. Why am I not connected to the Wi-Fi? I'm very sorry, everyone, that you're seeing this. Alright, there, fixed. Okay. Don't worry, that won't interrupt our quality of the video, nor the pictures. And Deku does hear several people, aka Momo Yaozu, Todoroki, Shoto Todoroki. Them seeing the white hair and the golden and the blue eyes, green eyes person. Todoroki thinking, wait, is that the person from the news? Because that thing was from the news. Also, sorry for the noise in the background. Momo's just thinking not, because he would have been arrested. Deku saying he is from the news. He's that guy from the news, and him raising his hand, just stating, I'm becoming a hero, and don't worry. If I ever do something, I will be, cuffed. Them asking, what do you mean, you're not cuffed? Deku raising his hand, and they see the metal bracelet, stating, if I ever do something, these metal bracelets would come together. Him raising the hands closer, and like you would see in a cuff position. And yeah, I'm also saying same for my feet. It's just not as noticeable. And yeah, with them seeing these hands and asking what's with the metal hands, Deku saying he was experimented on and used as a weapon. And he escaped, and well, you saw the news. Them realizing, oh, because that was a big thing. They're thinking, oh, and people saw the heart taken out and ripped, or like kind of like how you saw in the anime, or not the anime, I'm stupid, it's the game, like, squish. Yeah. And Shoto does try to get more information, asking if who he is and stuff like that. Deku saying he is Izuku Midoriya. And goes on a whole saying of who he is and stuff like that. He has no problem saying who he is and what they slightly did to him. He does gain there are some, spots that he doesn't like talking about. So he stays away. Shoto asking about that, Deku's just saying it's slightly trying to get the words. But before he can, Shoto just says it's fine, it's probably bad for you to talk about. Him saying yeah. And Shoto does not cold him. Why? Well, when you hear it experimented on, yeah, that ain't pleasant. He just thinks it's worse than what he went through. And why does he think that? Well, getting bullied by your father is one thing, and you saying to me, trying to be made as a weapon, and you can actually fight back. Deku couldn't. He was experimented on. He had no way of fighting back until he could. Yeah. So, and he couldn't do anything until he was, able to get free. So, yeah. And Momo does, she's like hesitant towards him. Deku saying it's fine. He won't do anything. And plus, him saying all my weapon features on my suit are taken offline. I'm only allowed them online if I am doing hero work. And you do have Shoto asking what's his quirk. Now, in the last episode, I explained his quirk. It is basically if he ever gets liquid on his own body, or blood, or some sort of liquid from another body, whether it be sweat, blood, tears, anything, it turns into energy for him to use as more like a red dash. And yeah. Also, he's not wearing that little visor thing on his face. It's more like he just has that, think of what you see in this picture on the face. Like with that hair, though, just like without the visor. And it looks like a normal person's face that you did see in the show. So, yeah. Momo asking how did he get caught. And Deku obliging by just stating that after the fight, I did more or less leave. What did I do to get him? You know what? I'm saying the whole thing if you want to know what happened, watch the first episode. And if you're watching the second episode first, I don't know why. But, you're you and I'm me. So, yeah, whatever. And, yeah, Momo just saying, alright. And them talking a little more with everyone coming in. Ida seeing the guy and trying to kick him. I saw just stopping the quirk, and his thrusters kind of kicked out. Ida just asking the teacher why he do that, there's a villain. Deku saying, former vigilante. Aizawa correcting him, former vigilante villain killer. Deku saying they're the same thing. Aizawa just saying, yeah, maybe, but one's being more specific. Deku sighing and just saying, alright, whatever. And yeah, seeing Deku was raised as taken from a very young age, Bakugo wouldn't know him. Seeing the person and just saying why he's here and teach. As I was just stating my name is finally getting up and just stating my name is I'm your sensei, so you address me as such. And going full like, oh, you don't want this shit, boy. Yeah, how he does. And with his scarf going up. And Bakugo does get intimidated, just stating he only did all those things for revenge. And Ida hearing revenge and wondering why. Deku just stating and seeing he doesn't have his jacket on, seeing he doesn't, it won't really fit on him. He only had one piece of clothing and it was like that, or you just see that chest. So yeah. And them all seeing his full body. or them seeing the upper body of him, stating, "They turned me into a machine, made me an android, you could say. And once I got free, I wanted revenge." And Ida just feels bad for trying to kick him, just saying sorry and bowing down. And Deku saying it's fine and I understand why you would do that. Also, thanks for the save, Eraserhead, even if I could have done something. Eraserhead just saying it's fine and yeah. And yeah, Eraserhead when everyone, and Eraser just stating that I'm going to go back to sleep and to wake me up when everyone gets here. Midoriya. Deku just saying alright, and yeah. Deku just talking to more people. Baku wondering what happened to that person, and so he just talked to him and just thinks he's, well, from the stuff he has said to him, he's thinking badass. Though he doesn't say this. So it's kind of like Baku wants to. He does think he's better than him, though he kind of more likes to respect his strength. Showed us his plain out respect him for what he did. And he also said if he got the chance, he would probably do that to his father. Deku's just saying you shouldn't, and it wasn't that, well, sweet. And yeah. So Aizawa ain't gonna do anything to his father, saying that now. So yeah. And well, Deku, when everyone has come, Aizawa wakes up and just says, "Shut up, everyone, it took you this long." Or Aizawa just, everyone, I messed myself up. When everyone does come, Deku just stands up out of nowhere and just says 1 second. Him just tapping the head of the yellow thing, and everyone looking at it, just wondering what that is. So him just, Aizawa coming out of it just saying thanks. Deku's just saying sure thing. And him looking at the time and stating that it took a bit to get everyone there. And does that whole thing that it took you this long to, to shut up. And, he does just put these on. Deku just saying those won't fit on him. Him just saying it's fine, you can just use your own little strength, with your, you can just look how you would look like in your android form. Deku just saying alright, and he goes off. Also, he put his shirt back on, and his tie. So yeah. And he does, go to the changing room. People wondering if that's the person from the news, because they didn't all really talk to him. Just Shoto, Ida, Momo, and I believe and Bakugo. Them asking if he's the guy from the news. Him just saying yes. And Mineta just saying, so a villain's here. Why is a villain here? And thinking that with Deku looking at, Mineta 2 seconds ago, just trying to see if there was a hole in the wall. And Deku just saying, oh, you're one to talk, pervert. Which makes everyone laugh at Mineta. Deku just stating, also, if you ever, and whispering again, just terrifying him, and just whispering. And what did he say? He said, if you ever look at my daughter, I don't care if I go to jail. You will die. I'll rip off your head. Or maybe I'll just rip out your heart and squish it. Yeah, that would be better. And everyone wondering what he just said with Deku before he did sleep, just saying, don't tell a single soul. And giving off a silent chuckle that only Mineta can hear. And yeah, Mineta just shit his pants, literally just shit, and goes to the restroom. With Kirishima asking what he just said. Deku just saying, I solved a problem of his. And Kirishima thinking he just terrified him so much he wouldn't be a pervert. And does ask because when he does finally Deku takes his shirt off, or tie then shirt, everyone does see the black and gray body of his with the golden accents. Everyone wondering what happened to him. And Deku more or less going to his backstory and saying I was experimented on, I got my revenge on people that took me, and saying it was sweet for a second, though it kind of went to malice. Though I did have a daughter, so it's kind of like she is my light. And just saying and looking at Mineta again, because he did come back, just saying, and if you ever do that, if you ever look at my daughter in a perverted way, remember what I said. Mineta just getting and shitting himself again. Going back to the restroom, and everyone laughing at him, and Kirishima just asks what he said to him. And Deku just says, I threatened to take his head off, and then I also threatened him to take his heart out. And I don't care if I go to jail. Him also saying that he does have, well, restraints. People wondering, actually, Uraka asking where's the restraints. Where's the restraints? Deku points to the 2 bars of metal on his both hands, just saying if I ever, well, attack anything or if something does happen, my arms would go together and my feet. So kind of be like him going to like a straight form and just kind of like being straight out. Saying the only way I can really walk is if I hop. So yeah. And him just getting out. And talking to Aizawa and just waiting for 5 minutes. Even Deku was just like, how long does it take to change? And yeah, even Aizawa just thinks, how long does it take to change? And yeah. And well, after a little bit, everyone does come out. Now, Bakugo, saying he did get the first in the entry exam, he's going to go first. He proceeds to, also Bakugo, everyone gets the same number. So Uraka still gets infinity, Tsuyu just gets hers, Bakugo still gets his, everyone gets what they got. Now, well, on the ball throw, seeing Deku is basically a robot, he just throws the ball about 500 meters. I was saying those are impressive, well, robot arms. Or, those are cool robotic arms. And Deku just saying, yeah, they're actually, well, looking at Momo just saying, sorry for what to say, stolen tech from the Yaoyorozu company. And Momo just says, so that's why my father was yelling that one time. And Deku just sighing, just saying, sorry, tell him I'll pay him back. Her just saying if he has enough money. Deku saying, put it on UA's tab. I was just saying, no. And you can tell your father, Momo, though he's not paying for anything. Momo just saying, alright. And Slate chuckles. And Deku throws on the speed test. He actually gets third place, which would be Bakugo getting first, Ida getting second, and then Deku. Because yes, Deku might be, well, enhanced with his robotics, though still an engine core can still beat a person's. And Bakugo's explosion, he could literally just fly himself in the air. So yeah, as you saw in the sports festival event in the MHA universe. And yeah, Deku proceeded to get in the at least podium of all of them. But Uraka still gets that first place because she has no gravity. Though everyone thinks that's just cheating. So yeah, even I think that's cheating. Like, I saw, how stupid can you be? Someone has a no gravity quirk that basically makes everything floatless. You put that on an object, throw it in the air. What do you think that's going to happen? Not get infinity? Yeah. I get with Mineta, he can just throw his balls on his head, but like, still. Well, like, still. Doesn't matter, whatever. And yeah, they do eventually go back to the change room. Mineta finally able to look through the hole, though you do hear a bang with Aizawa going to the boys' room. Why? Well, he was going to get Deku and ask him to come outside. So before he can hear the door, you do have a Mineta's face in the wall, and I saw him asking what happened. Deku with a still raised kick that looks out, just saying pervert. And you do have the girls on the other side just saying thank you. Deku just saying thank you over. And, well, Eraser does have a collar thing, so he just says, and just sighing, saying, alright, whatever. And it's just saying that he's a pervert, so it's fine. Yeah. And does ask Deku if he can't come out. Deku just saying, yeah. And what does Aizawa talk about? Well, he talks about that All Might's going to be here and that you two need to get on a talking level so you're not going to kill each other. Because, yes, Deku might not try to kill All Might. All Might would still will hit him if he ever does anything suspicious. So he did say he does have a little meeting set up for those two. Deku saying what time is it, and him saying it's fine, we'll get your daughter. Deku saying thank you and going off to All Might. Him going through the door and almost getting punched. Him saying villain. With an Cementos stopping the block just saying All Might. All Might just saying he's a villain. Deku saying former vigilante to be specific, sir. Him just saying I don't even know why Nezu brought you here. You're a villain. Deku just saying, oh, am I now? Can I put something in the computer, sir? Because this is the more or less support here. The support course area. Mr. Compress asking what? Deku just saying, oh, All Might, you would know what you did. And proceeds to show All Might trying to kill All for One. Deku just saying, oh, hey, is that same thing for a hero should do for the number one hero, Cementos? Him saying no, and that was kept under wraps. How the hell did you get that? Deku just stating, someone owed me a favor. And you do have Deku just stating, and sighing just saying my only favor I did have. And, well, you do have a ching 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 ching. With him getting his arms and legs tied together and just with All Might just stating, so you're in contact with other villains, huh? Deku saying, no, I'm in contact with a business partner. That, well, helped me. Who is this business partner? Well, that's not yet to be seen. And All Might just says I just gave it away. Shit. It ain't no one from UA. And it's a OC character. Or someone from a game. Or some video. Who knows? All Might just saying are they another vigilante? Deku saying yes. And no, you're never gonna find her. She covers her tracks like you would just make a footprint in snow when it's snowing, so that footprint would just be back up like nothing was ever there. All Might just saying then we'll get her, and saying that does he have anything that he can say about her? Deku saying he's not saying anything. He's saying y'all know that she saved my life, so I kind of owe her. And yeah, All Might realizing, oh, she saved you. I don't give a shit. Tell me. And Deku proceeds to say no. And you do have him saying, so can we at least not try to kill each other? All Might saying, are you going to try to kill students, villain? Deku saying no. I'm saying true to my promise of trying to well be good, or at least better than I was. And can you please undo this? Him saying do it yourself. Him looking at Cementos just asking. Cementos grabbing the button out of All Might's hand and just clicking it. Deku saying thank you. And is there anything else? Cementos just saying no. Deku getting the USB port out of the, computer and just says bye. All Might just says that's evidence. Deku saying you don't even know who you're up against. If anything, him looking at the flash drive and throwing the garbage, saying, when I ever did put this up in the network, this probably just got deleted. She's that good, All Might. You're never going to find her. Honestly, I found her by coincidence. And yeah. And Deku proceeds to go back to the dorms. With his daughter being there. With you do have someone knocking at the door. Who is that? Well, that's everyone wanting to do a test. Deku opens the door and they all see the young girl. Them asking who's she. Deku saying she's my daughter. They're saying daughter. Deku saying daughter. And them going to ask, the girls asking if they can come in and see her daughter. Deku just saying it's fine. Also looking at Mineta, just saying, "You're not welcomed." Everyone's just chuckling at Mineta. And Mineta's just saying he won't do anything. And Deku's saying, "Mineta, I don't trust you with a one world pole." What does that mean? Well, think of the entire world. If you go around the world with a giant pole, kind of like that. Mineta just saying, "I promise." Deku saying, "No," and shuts the door in his face. Them seeing the room. Now, I never went to an explanation of what his UA dorm looks like. It's actually pretty big, bigger than the others. And yeah. And well, it is more secure than the others, because this is the teacher's area. And after him showing them around, cooking and giving them all, and showing them around, and yeah, whatever, and the girls do look at his daughter and think she's very cute. Deku thinks thank you, and I'm looking at his daughter, just saying no boyfriends until you're 18. Her just saying no. Him saying yes. And it goes into brawl with all the girls just saying adorable. All the guys just thinking he's very protective. Minna just gets a shiver down his back. Just saying, okay, I can never look at her in a perverted way. And yeah. Now, this is next thing. 1 week later. Or I should say, actually 2 days later. And I thought I'd just say, so you're going to get a second teacher that's going to teach you the hero course, actual helping teacher that's going to help people in the hero course. Yes, we all know it's All Might as a kind of like support teacher, not an actual teacher. He's like a support teacher. What is a support teacher? It's kind of like it's the person who supports the teacher. So if they ever need to handle work or just be there, have to leave the classroom for a second, they can just watch the classroom, kind of like that. All Might just coming in, just saying, "Oh, I am here," coming in the room like a human being. Deku looking eyes with All Might. All Might just saying, "Villain." Deku saying, "All Might." And yeah, he paused, because he realized, I could say it, but I won't. I'm just saying, "All Might." All Might just saying, "You're getting locked up on the way there." Deku saying, "I don't see the point." Even Aizawa just says he's not. All Might just saying he's a villain. Deku saying, "I had valid reasons to be a vigilante, and stop calling me a villain. I was classified as a vigilante. If you're going to enforce the laws, know the law." And even Aizawa just smiling and giving a chuckle. All Might just asking why you're chuckling at a vigilante joke. Deku as I was just saying, it's ironic. That's all. And yeah, seeing you're the number one hero. Yeah. And well, Deku and All Might, you try to talk. So now, after that little talk, Deku is on regular talking rounds. So All Might won't just call him flat out villain. He'll call him Midoriya. Not young Midoriya, just Midoriya. Yeah. So, yeah. And well, as you all know, this is it with All Might going to the city and actually, I should actually explain this better. All Might just saying or whatever, and just explain that to make a hero, you need a hero costume. Them all seeing their boxes and just seeing a samurai sword. And you do have Kirishima asking who has the sword. Deku getting up, just saying it's me, and that's really the only equipment I do have. Him just, putting it on like how you'd see a samurai put it on. You hearing a little ching. And it's actually I should make this more specific. It's on its back, so it kind of you see in this picture how it's it's on his back, his back waist. It's like that, but it kind of rotates so when you have to take it out. And you do have another thinking to asking why does it look like it has a gun on it. Deku asking Aizawa if he can show. I thought just saying it's alright, and Deku proceeds to look at a wall, click the button, and it goes ping, flying out and hitting the wall. With Denki just saying that's badass. Deku just saying thank you. And yeah, even Baku, everyone was like, all the guys just like, Kirishima, manly. All the guys, badass as fuck. All the girls just saying, that's hot. Now, you don't know the ship is yet. And I'm making so it's like I kind of want to be in the in my series now. When I don't just have like the ship just brought out instantly. So in some yes, but in others no. Unless it's kind of like they're in a relationship before the story, then it's different. So yeah, with Deku, you do have them all going to the USJ. Deku revealing more of his past and battle stories, you could say. Saying one time he had to, and stopping just saying that's very bloody, I should not say that. And I saw just saying thank you for not explaining your lovely stories to all of us. Deku in a chuckle voice just saying, sure. And they're not too bad when you minus out all the blood and gore. With Baku just saying, you can tell me, I don't care. With Deku saying, oh, are you sure? With you to have at the end of the bus a mortified Bakugo. He's like, holy shit, this guy's done things. Yeah. And well, Deku, they do get there with 13 looking at Deku and 13 looking at her. 13 just saying, okay. And well, because if she just flat out said it, her whole speech, what she was thinking, just saying he's a villain, or just saying if he does anything in her head, just, I will stop you. Baku and Deku heard that, whether it be fate, he realized what she was thinking, and he just puts his hands up and just saying, I won't do anything. Her just saying, okay. And proceeds to explain that all quirks are good, it just depends on how you use them. And you do have Kirishima just saying those are fake villains, right? And 13 looking at it saying those, and I was just saying those aren't fake villains. Deku looking at Aizawa, and Aizawa just saying no killing. Deku just saying okay, and proceeds to with Aizawa 13 and Will himself body villains, you could say. Why? Well, seeing the do out well, Deku, and having the powers abilities of Raven. Yeah, yes, Deku's spilling blood, though it's on non-lethal spots. And I saw to see he is more or less going for non-lethal spots. So he has no problem with Deku fighting. And then you have them getting enough fighting and portals happening. With Bakugo stopping that immediately, or at least what he does. Pinning down Korogiri. Though Korogiri escapes and portals Bakugo and everyone else away. With Deku with just Aizawa being there. And 13 did to her a whole portal thing, though it got backfired and she's also hurt. Deku looking over at 13 with his visor on, because it did turn on, and looking at her. Him seeing that she can live for, she'll be okay if they can get her to a hospital in about 5 hours time for a full survival rate and full recovery. And Deku knows that that'll be more than enough time, and proceeds to, with Aizawa, backhanding every villain there. Them getting annoyed that, well, the Nomu spawning and getting the Nomu in. Deku getting his scan over it, and telling Aizawa that thing ain't alive. Is he free to kill it, you could say. As I was just saying, if it's dead, if it's not alive, then it's not, it's not killing. So, go to town. Deku getting a grin. And laughs. That's fucking creepy. Even I can tell it. I'm creeped out myself. And puts his sword back and just hear a not like that, but it's like a devil laugh, like and as I was just switch, I was like, oh god, thank god he's on our side now. And proceeds to body the Nomu, killing its head and just saying, oh, and it regenerating. Him saying, "This is gonna be fun." And well, Deku goes to town, then realizing its head's vulnerable after hitting it a couple times. Deku proceeding to decapitate the head and not healing. With him getting out of his crazed state and him just saying to himself, "Wow, that thing was weak." Because Shigaraki did explain it was meant to kill All Might. And, well, Shigaraki just saying, "Why are you becoming a hero? You can be a great villain. We could get you whatever you want." Deku laughing at that, just saying, "Oh? What makes you think I want to be a villain?" Him just saying, "You've been hurt. You want to get back at the world, don't you?" Deku saying, "The world didn't hurt me. The company that took me did. And, well," saying, "I'm here and they're not." Saying, "I might be a killer, though I don't just kill mindlessly like you people." And proceeds to, well, try to go for Deku, or go for Shigaraki. Gorgari putting a portal up and teleporting Deku away to the front area. And you have and proceeds to hit Deku. Why? Because he saw a decapitated head that was clean, and he realized no other people can do that. Yes, Kirishima might have a hardened quirk that can be sharp at some places, but it would be more jagged, if you were to cut it with kind of like a saw. It wouldn't be perfect. And with a damn it, All Might, it was dead. All Might just saying, "You do have proof?" Deku just saying, "If you don't kill me, I can. When we're out of this, and I have a computer." Him saying, "Fine," and proceeds to lock him up, saying that's for security. Deku saying whatever, and just looks back and just saying, "Alright," and, well, the two villains that are gone. Him asking, and seeing as how it's not heard at all, telling him to, take Deku out of the, things. Him asking why. He needs the proof. Him saying he told him and I allowed it. Seeing if that thing was not alive, how would that really be classified as killing? All Might realizing, oh shit, that's true, and proceeds to unpress the button. Though him saying, if it is proven that you did kill a living thing, Deku saying, yeah, I know. And he proves it that it ain't a villain. It was dead because he did do the scan. Because he's more or less his scanning can record, kind of like history, you could say, like on a computer. And yeah, they all everyone's still scared of him now. Why? They heard the laughing. And with him getting a ding on his phone, stating, not bad, showing the picture. Deku looking around immediately. I saw taking a note of this. Him asking what Deku's looking at. Deku just saying, she is here. And turns on his thermal and sees her with a waving girl. And she's invisible. A hacker. Yes, it's Sombra. Why is it Sombra? I kind of want the shit to be that because I find it's kind of cool. And Deku immediately rushing towards her. And proceeds to kick her. And everyone looking at what he just kicked. Because it was not more or less he didn't just kick the air. It was a, I can't speak. It was like a thud. Because his leg just stopped immediately. With a big whoosh. With she getting flown. With her being, invisible. And them all seeing a Sombra. Deku just saying, oh, hello, Sombra. Her just saying, ow. And hello, Raiden. Because his nickname for her is Raiden. Deku saying, do you always have to call me that? You don't have a name. Her just saying it suits you better. Deku saying, whatever. And just stating, I kind of have to take you away now. Her saying, where? You gonna kill me? Deku saying, I don't do that anymore. Her just saying, oh, alright. And proceeds to try to shoot him with her SMG. And some of the heroes are trying to get in, though she deals with them quickly. and just states that, alright, boys, because there's not really girls that many female heroes there, it's just guys. Just saying, alright, boys, I gotta take my leave. Proceeding to bowing and teleporting away. And you have everyone looking at Deku, just saying, how do you know her? Deku saying, do you remember that, person that I said that could leave no trace? And them saying yes, saying that's her. And the only reason why, I didn't know about her, him pulling up the phone and realizing there's no text. Him sighing and saying, well, she texted me, and then she probably just deleted it. Oh, this is going to be a pain in my ass, isn't it? And everyone looking at him just saying, yep. And Deku sighing and just saying, alright, whatever. With Deku trying to tell Nezu who that is, saying he only knows as her name is Sombra. He doesn't know her actual name, and she's basically erased from the database, so you would get nothing on her. And if you ever do try to put something digitally about her, it won't go. Kind of like it's blocked. Anything that's put up about Sombra is blocked. So the only real case you can get is from paper, the old-fashioned way. Stating even that wouldn't work, saying she could probably just go invisible and come in the room and burn everything. Nezu realizing, oh shit, and proceeds to try it and does his own little thing of investigation. So, yeah. Deku's saying probably won't work, but do what you please. And yeah. Deku the next day finally coming back. Eraserhead not being hurt so he can come back a little early. Come back actually on time. And just says that the UA Sports Festival is going to happen soon. And it is going to, be very interesting. I'm asking why. It's just him pointing at Deku and them all saying, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Also, I'm going to finish this series off in 2 episodes. Why? Because I want to get into my next series. Now, it's going to be it's related to another series I've done in the past. So, yeah. Nezu calling on the, not the radio, when you get, can this person please come down to the office? The announcements. On the announcement thing, it just says, can Nezu, and Nezu trying to ask more questions. Deku obliging, though, he just puts his own comments in, just saying this part won't work, though he'll still help. Nezu saying it, we'd still have to try, seeing she is a vigilante, and Deku saying, alright, whatever, and just, tells whatever Nezu needs to get knowledge of. Him saying she looks like this, and this, and Nezu, drawing on a piece of paper. Deku, as seeing that he's drawing a piece of paper, just saying, you're smarter than you look, Nezu. Nezu just saying, if I can't get a digital copy of it, I might as well do it the old-fashioned way. Saying, back in the older times, when we didn't have as high-tech stuff, it was more or less we had to use old-fashioned ways and methods, depending on the vigilante, or hero. Deku saying, oh, alright, and goes off. And does go back to the dorms, and does more or less put something more comfortable on. Because he can still feel his body, and he can still feel pain and stuff like that. If he wants to. He it's a sensing. It's a form of sensing ability he does have. So you could, if you did touch him, it was more like, oh, what? So it's kind of his body acts like a regular body in sense-wise. He can smell, touch, feel, hear, like that. Kind of like that. And he does put comfortable clothes on, though not having those, sharp objects come out of his shoulders or on his arms. And, yeah. And him more or less being a good father to his daughter, helping her with homework and stuff like that. And seeing Deku has earned more leeway with his own situation, he can take his own daughter to school. Though he does have to be supervised by some hero. Usually it's a Razorhead or just Midnight. Because he more or less just takes along. Because, what was her name? Layla? not Luna. I would say Donna, now I can't remember the actual name. Lily? Yeah, Lily. Is used to midnight, so it's kind of like a plus whenever her dad does come. So, yeah. And, well, after a more times, the Sports Festival does happen. And with everyone knowing that Raiden's there, the, well, former vigilante, him just saying he's going through rehab and becoming a hero. Some people are like, yay. Some people are like, no, you have to put him in jail. Some people are like, if he does anything, we'll do something. But if he doesn't, he's cool. Like those in-between people. Like, if you meet a person and you don't know anything, it's like, you treat them like you don't know them, but like, still. If they do something bad, you'll be a dick to them. Or be an asshole, or whatever, however you want to put it. They're neutral. So, yeah. Them realizing and everyone getting an actual look at him. Because there was really only clips and little videos of him. Though on live television, everyone's seeing him in detail. Now, one, he does not have his sword. That was not allowed, so he has to do his own use his own strength in his own body. Though he has a lot of his little sharp objects on his body to more or less little cut. So, yeah. And, well, honestly, I'm going to allow him to use his sword only in one thing, in the run. Why? Because that really only would slightly minus him and plus him. Why would it minus him? Well, it's a heavy object. It's adds weight. So it would affect him running. Though, it would help him get through the 0 pointers a lot faster, or the robots. So, yeah. Though, everything else he's not allowed in. Which you do have Shoto not actually, or slightly doing it, though marginally. And Deku looks down and realizing his feet ain't done. Half of the people is not, frozen to the ground. And everyone just try to run out. Deku running out and starting to, cut it into the, everyone. Also, if everyone's still confused of what sword he has, it's this one. Him more or less just cutting into them with a very sharp sword. And all the heroes, it's so sharp, it kind of makes metal like a clean cut. So, yeah. And after a little while, everyone's impressed with him, with his swordsmanship. Though he more or less, seeing he doesn't, he's kind of using it as a, if we were to use it as if you've ever seen how, in Ruby, how Adam uses his sword, it's kind of like he is a shogun. Was a shogun? It's a form of swordsmanship in the Japanese way of the samurai. It's more like you're holding the samurai with with the sheath on it. And then you, put it back in. Deku knows multiple swordsmanship ways, so it's, how you would have it as a regular samurai way, we all know, with the two hands and, a position with it going straight up in the middle of you. Though this is a way he was just doing right now. And anyone with a katana or sword is impressed with how skillful he is. So, yeah. Which him proceeding to beat the 0 pointers in a very fast fashion. Though Shoto is still up ahead. And, him getting to the rope and realizing Shoto is not there. Deku proceeding to run on the rope. Now, seeing he's very skillful and balanced and knows his own abilities fairly well, it's actually going to be easier for him. So he mainly just does that. And if you're ever to slip, he'll just grab onto the rope and use it as a slingshot to get him back up. So, and then the mine area. Deku activating one of his abilities in his actual mech. It's more or less boost. Kind of like if you ever use turbo in a car. It gives you a boost for a short time. So it's like that. Kind of like a boost for him. So it gives him 30 seconds of more like his legs get overcharged with power so it can go even faster. Same thing with his arms. it's like a physical enhancement. So it's like his own entire body for 30 seconds. It's kind of like he can get at least 25% of All Might's, like, All Might's strength without his not being in a prime form, though. So, yeah. After a little longer, after he does charge it up, he does bang, like a big whoosh. And, yeah, he's so fast that the bombs go off after. Though not like, it's kind of like, if he were to press it, 1 millisecond later, it'll go boom. So he's barely missing it. So he does get there and just hear a big shing, and which would be the ribbon. And him just putting his hand up, just saying, yeah. Also, Baku did that whole speech of, I'm beating you all in the beginning, because he still got the first in the entrance exam. Seeing Deku wasn't there. Or no, he still got it anyway, so, yeah. Even if, I think, this is just hypothetical for this, what if, though. What do you think? Would Deku win against in the entrance exam if he did the entrance exam? I wonder. Who knows? I didn't make him do it because, well, he doesn't really need to, because he's earned that respect that he's a badass and he doesn't need to do a test to get into UA. So, yeah. Deku proceeding to, well, win, and Todoroki getting third. Or I think it was Bakugo. And you know what? Seeing Deku was still first in the run, so it's like everyone that I think was Bakugo, then Todoroki. And yeah, everyone getting their same positions. Also, Deku slightly got there faster than Bakugo and Todoroki. Bakugo, he got 8 seconds faster. Todoroki, he got 5 seconds faster. So, not a big, like, a speed, like, not, he wasn't very ahead, it was just mainly just of, well, Bakugo and, because, how should I explain this? Because whenever Deku would explode, the mines exploded, seeing Todoroki's not as fast, he kind of, like, Deku made a beam way through it. Made a way through it without getting on the bomb, so Todoroki just run through it. No Bakugo kind of explosion. Though Todoroki barely got first. So, yeah. And, well, after a little longer, cavalry battle. With some people just thinking the vigilante will hurt people. Him raising his voice, just stating, I'm not gonna hurt anyone, don't worry. And now, seeing this as a raiden what if, seeing this as a what if Deku's raiden, he's not gonna get different people in this. He's going to get different people, which would actually be, Bakugo. Why? Well, because Bakugo knows how strong Deku is. And yeah, him wanting to be thinking he's still going to be the best, thinking he'll just go in with Deku. Deku just saying, alright. So, yeah. And second person is Kirishima and Ida. Now, why would Ida do this? Well, he realized, well, if anyone first and third highest people are going to be together, it really wouldn't matter if he just joined. So, yeah. And, well, everyone would get replaced with everyone else, whether it be a support horse or anything like that. And, yeah. It's starting. Baku and Deku more or less being defensive. Everyone being defensive. What I mean is, Kirishima would mainly, more or less, if anyone got too close, he would more or less try to hit them off. Bakugo would use his explosions to more or less push everyone back. Ida was the more or less push everyone, and Deku would more or less be a sensei anyone that was coming their way, or the lookout. So that's succeeding actually them all getting in, and everyone proceeding to get in. And first match, Shinzo versus Midoriya Izuku Midoriya. And Shinzo's just saying, I quit. And everyone just says, yeah, makes sense. No one argued with him. Because I've seen some videos of Deku that were caught on camera. And everyone, he looked like a fucking badass. And people even saw his swordsmanship, which they even thought, badass. So everyone was just like, yeah, it ain't gonna work. Because why it won't, and even his mind control, why? Deku's been so much experiment on, even in his head. So he was basically the perfect weapon, not able to get mind controlled. And yeah, Shinzo didn't know this, but he realized he might have a counter to his mind control or something like that. So he predicted correct. And yeah, everyone after that proceeding to get the same thing that happened in the sports festival. Todoroki versus Shinzo. It wasn't a big glacier, though. It was still a glacier. Yes, he might have not gotten yelled at for it, though it still was pretty big, and he does melt it away. So yeah, and well, uh, so Todoroki versus Deku. How would that go? Deku, well, seeing Todoroki realizing he has almost no choice but to use his fire, Deku's fireproof, except for his face and hair. Seeing most of his body is, well, made of metal. And in proceeding to try to use his both sides. But first, he doesn't really want to use his fire side at first, though realizes afterwards. Deku just dodging and weaving, trying to get closer and closer. Todoroki making a big wall and throwing it at Deku. Deku proceeding to limbo under it. Him just thinking, what the hell? Though when you did hear it, you heard a shing. And would be his metal legs. People are wondering why is there a shing? Them thinking if he has a weapon. Which people that just think of, he has a weapon. Them all looking at Deku, and Deku just stopping. Even Shota stops. Deku just saying he has no weapon, it's just his legs. And revealing everyone he's, well, as very robotics. Because he was wearing his UA uniform, or the UA gym uniform. Out of respect for UA. Because Nezu asked him, he just said, or whatever. As I really wouldn't care, though he did out of respect for Nezu. Seeing Nezu is giving him the chance of, well, making his amends. And everyone that does look at Deku just like, what the hell happened to him? And Deku just states that he was experimented on, and he knows how society is corrupted. And he's going to try to make it better. Yes, he might not have the best path, without a lot of people scoffing. Him just saying, exactly. People still scoff at me for trying to be better. Better to do something that, not just for me, for my own daughter. And people are astonished that, with even, well, that guy just thinking that Bakugo was being very rude and stuff like that, just saying, you don't deserve to have a daughter. Deku saying, you don't deserve to be a hero. Tell me, why did you become a hero? Him just saying, to help people. Deku saying, you became a hero for money and glory. You're basically a sponsor for All Might. Looking at him. People realizing how he's a sponsor for All Might. And they're all laughing at him. Now Jack is saying, alright, now that we have that out of the way, let's proceed with him getting before he can realize, hit in the head with a ice. Him getting flown back, saying that was a cheap shot. Todoroki saying, I know I'm probably not going to win, though I'm probably going to have to do my best. Deku just saying, yeah, it's inevitable, but still, you're making a good fight out of it. So, thank you for that. And Deku proceeding to try to dodge and weave through Todoroki's attacks. Fire might be a little trickier, yeah. But eventually, Deku does more or less throw Todoroki out and into a wall with a big crack on it. And yeah, Deku leaving the ring to get Todoroki, because at this time, Todoroki has crashed and, well, fallen. And being knocked out. And yeah, Deku getting a Shota and putting him on his right arm. And proceeding to take him to a recovery go. With some people thinking that's very sportsmanlike, and other people just thinking he's just being nice just so he can get into UA. So yeah, he's gonna have to either way, and he doesn't really care. Now, for the fight you all been waiting for. What if Deku, or I just said that, Deku, Izuku Midoriya versus Kachan, Katsuki Bakugo. And yeah. And actually, they would actually be somewhat even. Why? Well, Bakugo can more or less do explosions. And yeah, that would be very hard for Deku to dodge. Getting hit several times. And well, Deku actually wanting, though Deku after a while does get his armor very damaged. And does one final push, trying to take Bakugo out. And Bakugo launching himself in the air. Deku stopping himself before he can go out, and Bakugo taking advantage of that, seeing he was right at the end. Well, just about to kick Deku. Deku wanting that to happen, because he did that to more like draw him in. Him grabbing Bakugo's leg, and Bakugo just says, "Oh shit." Deku proceeds to ragdoll Bakugo, throwing him into the wall, or throwing him into the ground outside of the ring. Some people think that's excessive, some people just think that was badass, and a very smart move. Because after that you do have a bang, or a fall, and something falling, which would be some of his armor. Deku just stating, well, that's gonna need to get fixed. And you do have him raising his hand just saying, I will never betray all of you. And does a whole inspiring speech that I don't know how to do. And yeah. Now, they would proceed to wait 2 days and go back to school. Recovering the day before and going back to school. With people looking at Deku just because everyone thinks that he's cool now and no one has a problem with him. And yeah. And you do have a thud, 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 thud on everyone's desk. Whenever you do have people getting louder and louder, which would be the paper on their desk. And yeah, Deku just hearing a thing, or a thud, a small thud, looking down and saying he has 5 requests. Deku's son is saying, oh well, whatever. Though it's one of them is intriguing. It's Sir Night-Eye. And yeah. And Deku actually is very curious and does go to raise his hand just saying, I chose mine. I thought just saying, you had your paper down for 5 seconds, basically. Deku saying, I have Sir Night-Eye. Him immediately shutting up and saying, okay. And yeah, Sir Night-Eye is a very prominent hero and known for being All Might's sidekick at one point. So he is more or less a big deal. Everyone looking at him and Deku saying, what? Them asking, so in those 5 papers, which would have been a very slim chance, you got Sir Night-Eye. Deku saying, I got Sir Night-Eye. Raising up the paper and seeing a picture of Sir Night-Eye with a, can you please come to my agency so you can become a hero? With a small thing just saying, I realized that I looked into your file and saw you had and before everyone can finish reading that, and he just takes it away, just saying, you're not looking at the description. Them all saying, okay, whatever. And yeah. Deku proceeding to finish off that school week, and next week going to the hero self. Deku walking in. Yes, he does have his hero outfit on, though it's more or less just light. It's just fixed. His armor's fixed, and yeah. With his sword being on his side, instead of on his back. Everyone looking at him and them all wondering why he's here. With him going to a secretary desk, when just saying that he is here for the invitation he got to this agency. Her just asking what his name is. Deku saying Izuku Midoriya. Her being shocked and just saying that, oh, it's you, villain. Deku saying, lovely secretary, you know me. I don't know you, so I'm not going to make a comment. Saying, you might hate me, though I'm trying to be good. Now, could you please show me to the direction of Sir Night-Eye's office? Her just saying, it's that way. in a foul tone. Deku in a calm tone just saying, lovely. And in his head just saying, oh, this bitch is gonna get one day, I'm going to. Yeah. All the guys are just like, oh shit. And some guy's just asking, just waving his head like in a no position, just like shaking his head, just saying, no. And the girl, her finally afterwards asking why you do that. Him just saying, you realize you just pissed off Raiden, right? Her just saying, yes, I pissed off a villain. I don't care. He doesn't deserve. With a bang. With a wall cracked. With a fist going through a wall. Everyone in the other room just saying, what the hell? Deku looking through the hole just saying, sorry. And leaving. Her looking at the wall and just getting a, oh shit. The guy just saying, yeah, shut up. And treat him like an actual person. Because that guy didn't really per se hate Deku. He doesn't hate, but he doesn't love him. It's kind of like he's at the neutral spot. Seeing he hasn't done anything to, well, hurt anyone's trust on him. Him knocking on the door and just saying, who is it? Deku saying, Izuku Midoriya. Him saying, come in. And him seeing lots of paper. Him asking what's with all the paper. Him just saying, we're getting a, investigation going on. Before that, you have a little candle in the room getting flown to the paper. Deku catching it and proceeding to run at, the person that threw it. That person being invisible. So it's Sombra. Deku saying, lovely Sombra. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Sombra in the accent just saying, oh. I'm not going to do accent, I'm sorry. Saying, oh. And, getting a punch to the wall. With Sombra just saying, ow. Everyone here in that room just looks at her and just saying, hello, boys. Her looking at her saying, hello, madame. And proceeds to try to teleport away. Deku, realizing because what I didn't explain before all this, Deku saw a teleportation, and he knew it was Sombra. And in the back pocket, he does have it, though he hid it. And she does teleport right behind Deku, and Deku proceeds to body check her, putting her on the ground and asking if what you did, saying that before this, I did take this from that spot. I'm not as stupid as, I'm not as stupid as some other people here. And her just saying, fuck. And does get, taken away. And her gear taken away. Them realizing also she has some cybernetics, so some not. Kind of like she has a cybernetic spine. And stuff like that. Not like Deku, slightly different. Deku coming in the room or to the office just saying, so, the invisible lady is finally visible. Yeah, with Summer saying, oh, yeah. And just says, with Deku saying, it was gonna happen at some point. Summer just saying, yeah, probably at one point. Though, I was hoping it wouldn't happen yet. Deku just saying, whatever. I am the wild card. And you never could. Predict what I would do. Her just saying, yes, you were always that thing that always pissed me off. Deku chuckling at that. And this is a investigation room. And Deku saying he'll lead. And everyone's saying no. So Naya saying yes. And them recording everything. So we're just saying, so, are you going to ask me, so, can I get that date? Deku laughing, just saying, oh, yeah, sure. When you want it? When you're in jail? Her just saying, yeah, lovely. We can get that lovely food they serve. I hear it's very good. Deku chuckling at that, just saying, yes. Obviously, your jail food will be top tier. And Night Eye is just, being shocked out, smooth Deku is being. And having a conversation. Deku is just saying, they made a deal with me. And saying, I might be able to give it to you. Her saying, oh, what might that be? Him saying, you would be relieved of your past deeds, slightly. Though with some restrictions, like how I did. Though really you only have to wait 5 weeks and then they'll just be taken away. With somebody saying, oh, you realize I could just hack that. Deku just saying, yes, you might be able to hack it, but if you're not going to try to hack it, whatever. Sighing and just saying, you would actually become a hero and do something good with your life. Hacking is not going to be good forever, you know that, right? You will be caught one day. Her just saying, yeah, I really don't care being a hero. Deku just saying, what if I put money on it? That you'll get caught again. With her just saying, oh, you really think I would get caught again? The only reason why I got caught it was because of you. Deku saying, oh, really? Going closer to her, just stating, which is why you always liked me, wasn't it? I was your wild card. With them proceeding to have a flashback of intimate moments. Her just saying, yeah, just like the olden days, like the old days. They were saying, yeah, whatever. Somewhat, though the other days were more of, I didn't have a kid and you weren't there. Some were just saying, yeah, it was never going to work out. They're saying, well, it was kind of mainly because of you. You kind of just left. With Naya realizing, oh shit, they were dating. And thinking, oh, that's why sometimes we saw those two together. Yeah, because, well, Naya was also going to ask questions about that to Deku, though which is why he wanted him to come to the office immediately. Though, Sombra, that happened. Deku saying, you realize I would probably hunt you down again and find you again. Her just saying, yeah, probably. And Deku saying, you realize you have two options, right? You're not going to get out of this. Her saying, yeah, probably. Stating, so what's with the deal? Deku proceeding to explain the deal, saying you have 5 weeks of, well, if you ever do something bad, even the slightest, you basically get, well, back to go to jail. And then after those 5 weeks, you get some leeway with some things, though some not. Like, saying you might not be always allowed you might be allowed on a computer, though it would be strictly, well, very, well, watch the computer. Physically and digitally. Her just saying, oh. So, also, what is her quirk? I'll explain that now. It's called hack. She can hack into anything that she can see. Though she actually needs to think in her head, putting the codes in. So it's kind of like she has a digital mindscape of putting tech in. So it's kind of like hacking quirk, which is basically what it's meant for. So yeah. With Deku asking what's her name, her just saying, it's Sombra, you know this. Saying, no, what's her real name? Her just saying, I'm not saying that in a million years, and I'm not that person anymore. The last person got hacked. I'm the new girl. I'm the new Sombra. Sombra 2.0. Deku's just saying, oh. So basically what she said to me before. Her saying, yeah. And just says, fine. If I'm going to do that deal, it's going to, well, need to be changed. Deku just saying, oh, what kind of changes? Her just saying, I'm able to go outside. I'm guessing I'm going to be in the dorms at UA. Deku saying, pretty much. Her just saying, fine. I'm going to be able to go outside with supervision. Deku saying, that's doable. Him just saying, and her just saying, and I'm allowed 1 hour on a computer. Deku saying, fine. Though, with her saying, but I'm guessing after those 5 weeks, I'm going to be able to use a computer properly. Degu's just saying, yep. And him saying, I'll see what I can do. And looking at Night and just saying, so, are those acceptable? Him saying, very. Deku saying, opening the door again, just saying, you're in. Her just saying, lovely, I gotta talk to you more. It's him saying, I'm not that bad. If you minus if you minus my voice. Her laughing at that and just saying, yes. You have the voice of an angel. Him saying, and trying to make a clear voice, him saying, I know, right? I'm very talkative. Her just thinking, whatever, he's changed a bit. And yeah. Night coming in the next room with a contract. saying sign here, and sign here, and sign here, and sign here, and all that. Her signing with a pen. And yeah. And you do have her going to jail for about 5 days. Or for about 2 days, kind of like their own, because every agency has their own little jail cell. Her going in there for 2 days and then leaving to UA dorms, with a new student will set there. Also, the Nomu tag did happen, though Deku was too busy doing this, so he didn't really get into it. Ida's brother is not hurt, so he wouldn't have the thing of wanting revenge. Shoto wouldn't get hurt in that whole fight because that whole fight didn't happen. Deku wouldn't even be there, so yeah. Exclamation done. And they do come back with another girl. And everyone just thinking, is that a nut? What happened, Deku? Them looking at Deku just saying, how in the hell do you already know that's related to me? Them looking at Deku just saying, she looks very high tech. You're basically the embodiment of high tech equipment. Deku saying, touche. Her chuckling just saying, yes. Saying that, my name's Sombra. And the name Sombra is a well-known name. Not for its, because it's a legendary hacker. Them being wait, aren't you that hacking person? Her saying, oh, you know of me. Staying at Deku, just saying, how do they know me? Deku saying, I brought your name up one time. After that whole fight, we did have her just with a limp, just saying, yes, and I still have the limp. Deku just saying, sorry. Her saying, it's fine. And go sit beside him. Them starting up a conversation and being normal people. Them wondering, what does Deku have with her? Her just saying, we're dating. Deku saying, we were dating. You left. Her saying, I'm here. Him saying, well, you have to earn that spot of dating again. And hearing that Deku was on a date. Guys just like, details. Girls just like, details. With her just chuckling, just saying yes. When Deku was on his rampage of revenge, I did help him a lot, and we kind of made a bond, and her remembering a flashback of intimate moments. And just saying, we had our own we had moments here and there, though. Then with Minna just saying, oh, you had sex with him, didn't you? Deku proceeding to kick him out of the wall. Which leads to, also this is the one that's facing outside. So Minna hits the ground. Her just saying, you're still overprotective. Deku just saying, I have a kid now. And I have to be overprotective with her. Her saying, can I see her? And people ask if that his daughter's her. And asking if she was pregnant with his daughter. They're just blushing, just saying, no. We might have popped up sometimes in our relationship. Though, well, I never had a kid with him. Oh shit, they had, well, I'm gonna be a little blunt now. They had sex before. Deku saying, you can see her. I really don't mind. Everyone else seen her, so you would just be basically, and just be the next person she does get to meet. And yeah, with her impression just being, Deku just saying, hello, this is my ex-girlfriend. Her saying, so ex-mommy? Him just saying, oh god, no, please god, saying, with her saying, oh, so this is mommy. Somebody's saying, what? Deku saying, she's not mommy. With her saying, I'm not mommy, I'm his ex-girlfriend. Him saying, yeah, we were just dating before you came along. Her just saying, and with that instant face just saying, so, not mommy? And starting to tear up, just saying, with him just saying, fuck. And proceeds to say, fine, she's mommy. Sombra looking at him and just saying, you mother. Deku saying, sorry, but I'm not letting my daughter cry. And yeah. And after that, Deku does more or less ask Sombra after that. So it's more like, Mama, Papa. Yeah. And Deku does look at Sombra. Sombra looks at Deku and just thinking of, so seeing she thinks we're mommy and daddy, so what should we do? Her just saying, I could just be in the dorms with you. You could be my 24-hour person. Deku saying that's probably a good idea and a smart move. Security and for my daughter's sake. Him asking if she can watch her, think he knows the most about her and what she can do. Nezu's just saying it's fine, and does ask if they had a relationship once. Deku's sighing, just saying, well, and explaining the whole fact. Nezu just laughing his ass off. Even Eraserhead that was there just laughed his ass off. And just saying, so you, even then laughing again, just saying, and just breathing, Deku just saying, breathe. And stop laughing. Saying, so you want her to be in your dorm because your daughter calls her mommy and you daddy and you think it would be better for her? And I'm saying, yes. But the main reason, and Deku saying, oh, we know the main reason. We're just laughing at that. And all I just say is that things that Deku, he's fine with Deku now. Just saying, so you're going to be watching her? Deku saying yes, and if something does happen, it'll be on my head. All am I just saying, alright, I'll keep you to that. I'll keep you to your word. And yeah, Deku come back in with a thumbs up, and Somura just being okay. With her being a changed hairstyle, him asking what happened, her saying your daughter. Within the daughter in the background, with pom-poms. With Deku saying cute. And proceeds to them spending like a family. And the girls secretly watch them. Even the guys. And yeah. With that night, Deku and Somura having an intimate moment. And being safe about it. YouTube. And well, afterwards, Deku and her wake up naked. Obviously, they'd had sex. With actual wet. Also, she's not pregnant. You can think of however she got pregnant. Either they wore a condom or birth control pills. However you want to say it. They just, no pregnancy or anything like that. Deku waking up and making breakfast. Her waking up after and waking up. Well, Lily. That was her name. Lily. Waking up Lily. And, well. And going off. And them Somura looking at the outfit. Her just saying no. Deku saying, what do you mean no? With her putting on some, not a skirt, more or less, not wearing the girl's clothes. Yes, she does wear the upper part of girls' clothes, so she more or less wears the boys' pants with her own little shoes. Also, she, in her, hero costume, which she kind of was able to get in, though some restrictions that she has to wear, she has to use non-lethal bullets, so rubber bullets. And, yeah. Teleportation, her little teleportation was allowed. Her visibility was allowed. Her, what other abilities? And, I don't know if I should give her ultimate. No, I'm not going to give her ultimate. You know what I will, though? It just turns off, instead of that whole tech thing of other people can use their abilities, kind of like an EMP. So no one can use tech. I just realized. Hatsume would have no chance against her because she's like, EMP, bitch. Even so, she could probably just defeat her without even using her stuff. Whatever. With Deku, with Aizawa coming in that day or coming to pick them up. Because, yes, Deku might be watching her, though Aizawa still comes by and just sees how Lily's doing. Why? Well, it's kind of like Uncle Aizawa, Uncle Midnight. Yeah. So, yeah. With her just going up to him and just saying Uncle Aizawa. Her just saying he's the uncle. Him saying, yeah, why? Her saying, you have a poor choice in uncles. Aizawa just saying, hey. With also I'm just going to say it, with Katsuo on his head. With a meow. With her saying, is that a cat? Her going to it. With him saying yes and putting the cat down. With Lily just thinking it's not monster, like a little animal. And looks at it and just saying, oh, cute, what is it? Him saying it's a cat. Her asking if she can have it. Him saying no, but as long as you live here, you'll be able to see it. Her asking, what does that mean? Him stating, as long as you live in the dorms, you'll be able to see Katsuo. Her asking if that's his name. Him saying yes. Her going over and playing with him. Lily playing with Katsuo. Katsuo just playing around with her because, well, they're both young. Because Katsuo's a young cat in this one. So, yeah. And after a little bit, Deku and her just say bye and with her being taken by midnight to her, area. And yeah. I can't think of anything what to do now. And they do school and all that. Now I think I'm going to do a time skip until the, training arc. With you do have everyone being on a train, not a train, on a bus, and, going off. Them all getting there with, yes, Deku was allowed to have his sword, and yeah. So yeah. The Pussycats were like, well, sure, why not? Let's see what he does. If he does something, we'll just stop him. Yeah. And, Tiger just come out and saying hello and getting a fist with Deku. Why? Because it was a very abrupt attack, and Deku just kind of punched him because he was right behind him. Reflexes. Him saying, ow. Deku saying, oh, sorry. Him saying, oh, it's fine. If it was, you probably just, your reflexes, right? Deku just saying, rubbing his back of his head, just saying, yeah, sorry. Him saying, it's fine then. And does say that at least it ain't broken. With a drop of blood, just saying, hell. Deku just saying sorry and throwing him a tissue. Or throwing him a what are those things? A cloth, like a mini cloth. So, and him just saying thanks and him rubbing the blood off. And yeah. With him asking if anyone would like to try to fight him. Deku raising his hand and Sombra. Him wondering who that is, because he wasn't told. Him just saying her name is Sombra. And him asking for it last time, her just saying no. Him insisting this, her just saying no. Deku just saying, I've tried for about 2 years now to get her name. You ain't gonna get in just by asking her. And yeah. And after a little bit, someone just fight him, and him being shocked that she might not have physical strength, though she has technique. Though she's still very strong, she's. With her taking out his tech, because they were allowed their hero costumes, so some of them do have it, like Ida. Though it's kind of like they modernize. It's more like and tower down. So yeah. And after a little bit, Deku fights him with a bruised up arm and one of his hands, and a slightly fractured shoulder. Him saying, I'm good. Deku saying, you're sure? Him saying, yeah. If that young lady could do this, I'm not sure what you can do. Deku saying, shaking his back of his head, just saying, yeah, I was the better fighter. Her just saying, hey. Deku saying, what? With her saying that might be true, though I can still not allow you to do stuff. Deku saying, no, sorry. To everyone else, just like, no bedtime things. And I'm all laughing at Deku. I'm saying, what's that for? The girl's just saying, nothing. And the guy's just saying, oh, nothing. Giving Deku a funny look. And everyone does afterwards, they do have everyone falls, being very abrupt. Deku and Sombra do dodge, and do ask what's happening. Them just saying, you were supposed to fall on the ground. Though Deku's saying, surprise attack. With the girl that did it just saying, yeah. Him saying, do you want us to go down, or... Them just saying, Tiger's saying, no, we know your past, and we know you're very skilled, so this would just be nothing. Saying you can get it back on the bus, and come up with us. Him saying, sure. And yeah, Somura sleeping on Deku's lap while they did go up. Him waking up Sombra and going off. And well, Deku seeing Kota being very sad. Him asking why is there a kid there? Oops, sorry everyone. And them explaining that that's my sister's. My sister's, I believe it was her sister, though I think it was cousin. No, it was cousin, sorry. That was my cousin's kid, though she died in the line of hero duty. Deku saying, I'm sorry for your loss, and what is that why he's so grim? Her saying, yeah, and he hates heroes. And he hates heroes. Him saying, alright, I'll go talk to him, see if I can break him out of that state. Her saying, good luck. I've tried, but nothing works. Deku saying, hello, and proceeds to get punched in the balls with an ow by Kota. Deku saying that's very disrespectful, and you never do that to a guy. Him just saying, what do you mean? Him saying the only people that can hit guys in the nuts are girls. And that's only if you deserve it. Him giving him a actual guy talk. And the girls of the Pussycats are like, don't do, I'm gonna kill him. Tiger's actually not caring well, he was gonna have that talk with him sooner or later. And Deku's finally asking why does he hate heroes. Him saying, if my parents weren't heroes, they would be alive. Deku just saying, actually, if it wasn't for that villain being a villain, your parents would be alive. Him just saying there's two sides to the story. And proceeds to pat Kota on the head, just saying, don't just hate something just because it might hit you in the back sometimes. Stating, when I was younger, I was taken from my mother and experimented on. Showing him some of his arms, saying, my entire body was experimented on, made into a metal machine. Yes, people did that to me, though I don't hate every single person. Him saying, what happened to those people? Deku just saying, they went to jail. Tiger and everyone else knows that that's bullshit. And Kota just saying, oh, okay. And yeah. And everyone just get back and do try to, well, at least explain that this is heroes and everyone to sleep. With Sombra and Deku not being able to sleep because they are so used to sleeping together, it's kind of like hard. And Sombra, him trying to sleep together together in a certain area. So yeah, in a gym area with Tiger getting in there because he does training there, seeing those two and waking them up and asking why they're there. And them saying that they couldn't really sleep together and seeing they couldn't really sleep in one of the areas, seeing those were mainly just for guys and one's just for girls. Him saying you came here and them saying yeah. Him saying alright, whatever, and go to your own. And saying like, seeing you already are, well, somewhat dressed. Because, well, Deku doesn't have a shirt on, though Sombra took his shirt. And him just saying that you can probably help me. If you want, you can work out with me. Sombra saying no, and Deku saying sure. And we're saying I want to doing a competition with people like the Pussycats coming up and wondering what that big thing is. Sombra cheering on her boyfriend, and Tiger losing miserably. Which kind of made everyone watch, and yeah. Deku looking at everyone, just saying if they're going to make breakfast. Them saying, we don't really know, and how to. Deku sighing and saying, alright, whatever. And proceeds to make breakfast for everyone. Though makes Sombra's dish better than everyone else's, and his own. Though Sombra got the best dish. Them looking at Sombra and why she got such good food. Her, with Deku just saying, she's my girlfriend. Them asking, yeah, but we're friends. Deku saying, yeah, she's my girlfriend. Higher tier than, well, friend. And them all like, alright, whatever. And, alright, my mouth is getting very dry and I'm not going to be able to talk very well soon. So, I'm going to finish the series off tomorrow, as well as the Reinhardt. So I hope you all have a lovely day, a lovely life, and watch out for my next episode, my new series that's going to come out after tomorrow. because tomorrow I'm going to make sure I finish all the series for Reinhardt and this. So, goodbye and have a lovely day.